Hello YouTube. I'm out here in the boiler room and I just recorded another video, and I felt I wanted to make a VR to HoosierPiper, who made a honest and moving video about his growing up, and he talked about how kids perceive the way they grow up as normal, and they think that all kids have the same experiences from their families and such, and even though a kid might be in a very troubled family, it'll think that that's normal. And that was the case with HoosierPiper. He had a very physical father, as I understood it, who beat him on a regular basis. And I also understood it as at times it was quite severe beatings. And that got me thinking mostly about that kids perceive their family as the normal, but also about the physical side of it. I often think about how my kids perceive their life, and I want to, even though I've got this illness, I've got depression and I've got anxiety problems, I want to give them a normal upbringing. And of course it can't be all normal, because most families don't have one of the parents that regularly has to spend time at the psychiatric ward. And my oldest son sort of grew up on a psychiatric ward. That's exaggerating a bit, but he was 6 months old when I got ill. So during his whole life I've been going in and out from the hospital. So that's normal to him, but it's for most kids that will be not the norm. And I try to be like I think a normal parent would be. And there are a lot of things that I don't have the strength to do that other kids do. And my wife does a lot of or takes a lot of responsibility for that part of bringing up the kids. She takes them on excursions and does stuff with them, and I don't have the strength to come with them, but she somehow has it. And then there's the part, the physical part. I can't say my father beat me up a lot, but at times he was physical, and it's something that I still can think about, and it's nothing It's not anything that we've ever talked about, and yeah, for some time we haven't talked a lot, so there's the chances that we'll ever going to talk about it is really slim. But I've also experienced the other side of parents beating up their kids. Well, I haven't beaten up my kids, but I've been investigated by the social services on suspicion of being violent to my kids. And it all started when I was in hospital, and my wife and I were worried that well, we were worrying about how my oldest son, he was 3 or 4 at the time, was taking or reacting to my illness. So we spoke with them at the hospital, and a nurse and I don't know, she wasn't a doctor, but she was trained with kids anyway, or for dealing with kids in trouble. And they sat down with me, my wife, and my son, and talked with him. And in the middle of the conversation, they asked something about, was he scared of me or something like that, and he replied, only when he beats me up. And both me and my wife reacted strongly and objected, and the nurse and the other woman didn't say much, but afterwards they reported me to the social services, and they went out to speak with my son. He wasn't in school then, he was in kindergarten, and they went there without me or my wife knowing and spoke to him. And then we were called to a meeting with the social service. And we were interviewed separately, and then we had to wait, and the interviewers compared their answers, the answers we had given with the answers they had gotten from my son, and then they came back and we sat down and talked to them. And the thing that I had done was that on a couple of occasions when my son was misbehaving, I had grabbed him by the ear, and my wife had told me that I don't like you doing that, so I had stopped, but that was what my son meant when he said that he was being beaten up, and he told the social services that as well, so nothing happened. There was no charges brought or anything, but it was a really scary experience being investigated like that. And I suppose they have to do it in the fashion that they did, but when they called us to the meeting and said that we have spoken to your son, now she is going to talk to your wife and I'm going to talk to you in separate rooms, could you please come here? I felt really scared and really small, because I knew that I hadn't done that I hadn't beaten up my son, but I wasn't sure what he had said, and I wasn't sure how they would interpret things. So yeah, that's just my thoughts, or the thoughts that came to me after watching HoosierPiper's video, and yeah, just wanted to share them with you. And thanks for watching. Take care, and hope to see you soon again. Bye.